So you're thinking of moving to POOLER, Georgia? Well, this is the video for you. Today we're going to jump into my computer. We're going to explore a little bit around POOLER. We're going to look at its proximity to downtown, to the airport, different things like that, so you can see how that would practically impact your life if you moved there. Make sure you stay to the very end because I am going to give you a sneak peek at one of next week's videos, which is very unique and one of a kind. So you're definitely going to want to see that. All right, let's get to it. If this is your first time visiting our channel, welcome. If you want to be the first to know about everything there is to know in the Savannah and surrounding areas, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring that bell for notifications so you can be the first to know what's going on in the Savannah market. I'm Jen Parmalee with Cozy Realty Group. Every day we get calls from people just like you, so whether you're moving here in 9 days or 9 months, be sure to reach out to us. All of our contact information is in the description box below. We would love to help make your move to Savannah an easy one. Okay, so let's take a look at POOLER in relation to places that you might want to go into downtown Savannah, the beach, that kind of thing. So let me get my pen out. So you can see POOLER is right here. So this is downtown Savannah. So really pretty convenient. If you wanted to go to Forsyth Park or historic downtown, you'd go that way. You're about 18-20 minutes from historic downtown. So very, very convenient if you don't want to be right in the city, but you still want to have easy access to it. The other area you might want to go is if you're a beach fan. Let me show you. So we've got Tybee Island right here, and we also have Hilton Head. So if you're going to go from POOLER, I'd most likely take this route if I'm going to Tybee. So this is going to be about 45 minutes for you. Now, some people prefer the Hilton Head beach. Hilton Head has a different feel. It's a little bit more, I would say, upscale tourist. Tybee is a little bit more casual, and there's actually several ways that you could go. But let's say go this way. And there's several different beaches along here. So really just personal preference, but that would take you a little bit over an hour. I would say maybe an hour and 10 minutes if you wanted to go to Tybee, or to Hilton Head, sorry. So it's really not too bad if you wanted to go to one of the nice sand beaches. And if you like a golf, so Savannah Quarters, if you want to be part of a country club, they have a really awesome, it's an 18-course championship golf course. However, if you don't want to pay the country club fees and you want to do something a little less formal, Black Creek over here has a really great golf course too, and it's not crazy expensive. So if you're a golf fan, that might be a great option. Also, I don't know, depending on how familiar you are with the area, so Hyundai just put a really big plant over here, and it is becoming one of the bigger employers in the area. So we've got lots of people moving here for jobs for that. We've also got, so the ports over here, we have a lot of people moving here for jobs there. And then we also, this is Hunter Army Airfield. So military, army, a lot of people are PCSing here. So as you can see, POOLER is very central to all of these places. So it's very good for the most part for commutes. If you want something that's central to everything, and then even Richmond Hill is down here if you end up going that way. So it's still pretty central. There's a straight shot there to Richmond Hill, or you could take the 17 either. Go that way if you prefer. So it's very central to everything, super convenient location. Let's just put it that way. Let's show you a little bit more inside of POOLER. So you don't have to, if you live in POOLER and you're not going to the beach or downtown, or you have to commute, everything else that you need is going to be right there. So if you've watched my other video on the top neighborhoods in POOLER, I did highlight this area. There's a 6-mile strip right here that is a shopping mecca. Let me zoom in and kind of show you. It starts here with, there's Tanger Outlets. Tanger Outlets is right here. You've got Sam's, there's a Walmart. Up here, you've got a huge IMAX theater for movie lovers. This is really great. We've got people that drive over an hour, maybe 2 hours just to come to see movies at that theater. My husband is a big movie buff, so we're there quite a bit. So that's the Tanger Outlets. So along this whole strip, there's tons of different restaurants, places to eat. There's, more shopping than just the outlets. And then down towards the end of that strip, you've got Lowe's, you've got the hospital. Costco is right here. And then there's a huge, really nice Publix as well. Really, everything you need is going to be right in this 6-mile strip. So if you did watch that neighborhood tour that I did, which if you haven't, after this video is done, definitely go watch that. This is one of the neighborhoods that I highlight, the Savannah Quarters. And they do have the country club. Some areas, so generally this section over here, you are required to be part of the country club. But on this side over here, it's optional. So you don't have to pay all of the country club fees, but you still have really nice amenities if you end up over on this side. And like I said, they're the ones that have the golf course. So that's definitely worth checking out. Now, if you want to go to the Marina, if you are a boating fan, so Thunderbolt over here, they've got a pretty nice marina. Also Coffee Bluff, which is right down here. They have a nice marina. And if you're coming from the center of Pooler, then I'd go, there's a couple different ways you can go, but you're going to be about 30 minutes from the marina if you're going to go that way. And then probably about the same if you're going over to Thunderbolt. So one thing that's good to know, so this whole area is growing. Pooler grew a ton between the year 2000 and 2010. It tripled in population. So you can see it's pretty built out. Right now, this road right here, the 80, this is getting really built up right now. So it's coming from, the Hyundai plant is really making things kind of come this way. And then things are also coming this way from Pooler. So you were seeing growth along both of these. A lot of single family homes that weren't commercial are now starting to become zoned commercial. So property values are going up and we're seeing lots of businesses come in along this stretch right here. So that's something that you might want to keep in mind. And so Bloomingdale right here, this is kind of the next section to get built out. So we're seeing there's not as much room to build new housing in Pooler. So now a lot of the builders are going to Bloomingdale. And Bloomingdale's not quite as expensive as Pooler is, so that's not a bad place to look if you're wanting to be in that area. Also, Eden and then Guyton and Rincon are a little bit up here. These two, if you want something that's a little bit more country, those aren't bad areas to look at too. So Pooler is more if you want to be really close to everything, like, 5 minutes from the store and the movie theater and close to shopping if you like that. But you are going to see, your neighbors are going to be close. It's not going to be like you can reach out and touch your neighbors like in downtown Savannah, but the lots are going to be a little bit smaller, probably closer to, 0.16 or 0.2 acres. If you go, there's one section in Pooler. So right here, this is Old Pooler. And this is the last area where you might be able to find slightly larger lots, maybe a half acre or so. But that area is starting to get built out a little bit more too. One of my favorite coffee shops is actually in Old Pooler, like right off here. It's called Stir. So highly recommend them. And there is, so this park, this is a really good park, especially if you like to play. They've got a really great baseball field. They've got 2 fields, I believe. And then Tom Triplett Park, they've got a lake that you can walk around to. So if you want a little bit more outdoor space, you like to be outdoors, those are 2 good parks to visit. Let me see if I missed anything. I think that's most of what you would need to know about Pooler. The ports are over here. So if you are going to be commuting to a port, that's pretty convenient. This port, they're doing a huge expansion there. It's, I think, right now the third largest port on the eastern side and the fifth largest in all of the US. And some of the other ports are pretty much maxed out, so they are now coming to Savannah to expand our port there. So this is a huge, like, industry and business in our area are just growing like crazy. So if you're worried about, property values going down or market crash or something like that, you are not going to have to worry about that here. We just have so much growth that it's keeping our property values very high. So if you have to travel a lot and being close to the airport is important to you, the airport is right here. So wherever you are in Pooler, I mean, it shouldn't be more than, 10, 15 minutes to the airport, depending on what traffic is like, but very convenient if, for your job, you end up having to travel an awful lot or you've got family and stuff coming in a lot. It's super convenient to be close to the airport. Now, I hope that gave you a good overview of Pooler and just its relation to different places. I think that's pretty much all the most important things, everything that you need to know or that you really should know. And then, of course, once you come to visit, I definitely recommend just exploring a little bit, or please reach out to me, because when I first moved here, one of the things I really wish I did was connected with somebody local who really knew their way around and what the different suburbs and neighborhoods were like. I thought I knew because I came for vacation every once in a while, but I really didn't know the area that well. So please feel free to reach out to us. If you are going to be in town visiting, we would love to be able to suggest a few places to visit and maybe give you a couple different neighborhoods and help you narrow down where you want to be. So awesome. Thank you so much. Well, we appreciate you watching today, and I hope to see you soon.